In this video, we'll be looking at Envato Elements and their subscription library of stock video, photos, graphics, video templates, and more. I'll explain the different features, details, history, how it works, the license details, and if video creators and editors should get an Envato Elements subscription. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Anton Wong, and on this channel I help you to understand, unlock, and unleash the power of video. So if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Now, what is Envato Elements? Envato Elements is a subscription-based, royalty-free digital asset library with access to millions of stock videos, photos, graphics, audio, templates, and other digital assets. The subscription is currently priced at $198 USD for a year, or about $16.50 per month. There's a 30% discount to qualifying students and discounts for team and enterprise solutions. The subscription also comes with access to Envato Tuts Plus, which contains online courses, tutorials, and ebooks on various media skills. The site itself was launched back in August of 2016 by Envato. They're the same company that runs Audio Jungle, Placeit, ThemeForest, and many other digital asset marketplaces and other things like that. Now, I first subscribed to it at the end of 2020 and have been using it rather frequently for about a month. Before this, I've been using other stock footage sites for stock footage, photos, and music, sites like Storyblocks and Artlist and Pexels, just to name a few. I figured I would give you some of my initial thoughts a month in on using this site. By the way, nobody is paying me to say anything about this site, though I really wish they would because I need that money. However, I will probably include an affiliate link in the description if you would like to purchase the subscription, and maybe I'll get a couple bucks off of that link and you purchasing through that link. Now, since my channel is focused on video, I'll start with the stock footage before getting to video templates, music, and audio. I'll also briefly touch on the other assets, templates, fonts, add-ons, and Envato Tuts Plus, but this video will mainly be for video editors and video creators. Now, for video, they currently have over 1 million stock footage clips, with roughly 2/3 being in 4K and about 1/3 being of people. When searching, you can sort by the most popular and newest, but not by the least popular and oldest. And that sucks because I wish I could see the least downloaded stuff so that I could use more of the unique shots that other people haven't used or aren't using as frequently. You can also filter your search results by category, by alpha channel, frame rate, clip length, and minimum resolution. However, they don't have the option to set a maximum resolution when you're filtering, which sucks because sometimes I just want to work in 1080p and I just want to download 1080p clips and not have to deal with the hassle of 4K, but whatever. You can hover over the clips to see it play through and even download it right from the search page. But if you want to know more about the clip information, you gotta click on it, and you'll be brought to a page where you'll see the attributes like frame rate, length, file size, and more. Unfortunately, it won't tell you what file format it's in or what codec it's using, which means you can't choose between MOV or MP4 like you can with other stock footage sites. As far as the selection goes and quality of the selection goes, I'm fairly happy with it. The wide selection of more than 1 million stock footage clips looks pretty professional, and it'll probably get a fair amount of use from me. Now, when you download videos, you can download a watermarked preview version to use as a placeholder awaiting a client or team approval. But if you want to download the full version, you'll have to register it with a specific project that you're using it for, which brings me to a very important part, which is the license terms. Listen up, because this is very important. According to the website, the license is only for a single-use license for that project in perpetuity, whether you doing it for your own video or you are doing it for a client video. You can, however, download the clip again multiple times as long as you have the subscription, and you can do it for unlimited use, but you do have to re-download the file and re-register it for the new projects. This is so that they can accurately attribute a portion of the revenue to the contributors based on the number of downloads. You also cannot strip the video clip from the final video and use that in other projects, as it kind of also goes against their license. If the clip is for a client, you also must inform them of this too. Like most other sites, you cannot redistribute or resell any of the assets or templates on the website, nor can you claim any of them as your own. You also can't use any of the assets or templates in anything that uses or promotes any hate speech, harassment, copyright, defamation, incitement of violence, fraud, deception, anything otherwise deemed illegal in the United States, Australia, or wherever you are doing business. They also prohibit the use of their products in promotion of offensive content, adult entertainment, or otherwise pornographic content, nor do they allow the use of their files in videos and projects related to regulated industries, including but not limited to alcohol, pharmaceuticals, firearms, supplements, and tobacco. Now, getting back on track, next we have video templates. Envato Elements has over 27,000 motion graphics templates, most of which are After Effects templates, but some are Premiere files, and even fewer are Apple Motion and Final Cut Pro files. Downloading and licensing is the same as video, except you get it in a zipped folder with the project file and all of the template elements. While the library is pretty vast, it is hard to control for quality. The templates generally look great, but not all come with clear and detailed instructions on how to use the custom templates. So unless you are really sure about what you're doing in After Effects, you might not know entirely how to customize templates under all the layers. And even if you are pretty competent, it might still be kind of difficult. Next, we have music and audio, which have their own quirks. There are over 60,000 music tracks available, which you can filter by genre, mood, instrument, vocals, tempo, and length. This is not an extensive library like other subscription music sites, but I mean, it's not bad for the price that includes so many other things. Now, the music license is actually different in that you can't actually use any of the songs for broadcast purposes, either in traditional TV and radio or internet equivalents like Netflix, Hulu, iHeartRadio, and other non-user generated content platforms. You also can't have the song be featured in a film that is given a general theatrical release. It can only be seen in festivals, events, and user-generated websites like YouTube or Vimeo. If you want rights for either of those things, you probably have to contact Envato directly. Another thing is that not all of them are registered with performing rights organizations, or PROs, which means you are responsible for paying any applicable performance rights fees to the relevant parties. These specifics on when you can and can't use these music tracks, they're pretty annoying, so I'd rather just continue using Artlist for my music needs, or some other subscription royalty-free music licensing site that allows for multi-use licenses in perpetuity. But hey, you know what? It's there, so if you want to use it, you can use it. As for sound effects though, it boasts almost 500,000 sounds and is extensive enough for my audio needs right now. Next, we get to photos. You not only get access to Envato Elements' 2 million photos, but you also have access to their entire 2020 library. That means you get access to over 50 million photos. 2020 is a stock photo licensing website that was recently acquired by Envato. In terms of the licensing for 2020 photos as opposed to Envato photos, it's mostly the same except for a few things, like not all the photos are for commercial use. Some are only for editorial use, like news, articles, and educational purposes. Also, you cannot make more than 10,000 print copies of the photos, whether it's for educational, editorial use, or it's for commercial use, like for flyers. Good thing is that it doesn't seem like you have to register the photos in the 2020 library like you do with the Envato library, and you get to download the photo in 3 different resolution sizes. Since this video is aimed at video creators, I'm just going to quickly talk about the other things that you get with the subscriptions, but let me know if you want another full tutorial in the comments below on all of those other things. Also, feel free to ask any questions or give your experience with Envato Elements or other stock assets and template websites down in the comments below. Next, you have graphics, which would be quite useful if you need vector graphics illustrations in your videos. Of the 45,000 graphics, most contain files compatible with Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop, and a few others that are compatible with Figma, Affinity, and Sketch. The library is full of illustrations of people, backgrounds, icons, objects, and general illustrations. There's also a 3D elements categories under more categories on the right side of the website, but you can only download one angle in Photoshop document file or a PNG format, so that's a little unfortunate. There are also fonts and other add-ons. You've got a little over 10,000 serif, sans serif, and decorative fonts. And with add-ons, you get about 4,000 layer styles, brushes, actions, and presets for Photoshop, Illustrator, or Lightroom. But just remember that once you stop your subscription, you can no longer use these fonts, add-ons, or any other templates or asset in future projects. You're covered for the stuff that you have registered it in the past, but if your subscription has expired, that means you can no longer use those fonts or templates or add-ons. Then you have the other templates. None of these I have used, but I'm sure they're useful to some people people, especially people who are heavy in design. There are graphics templates there for mockups of websites, print mockups, product mockups, things like that. There are over 100,000 mockups, with most being compatible with Photoshop, Illustrator, or InDesign. Then you've got presentation templates that are compatible with PowerPoint, Google Slides, or Apple's Keynote. And you've also got web templates for websites, landing pages, emails, and CMS websites. There aren't too many of these templates compared with marketplaces like ThemeForest or WordPress, but you know, it's there if you need it. Finally, you have Envato Tuts Plus, their online learning platform. They currently have just over 1,000 online courses, 29,000 tutorials, hundreds of guides, and dozens of ebooks on things like Photoshop, video editing, web design, Office, and software, and more. While it's not as extensive as other sites like Skillshare or Udemy or the vast amount of content on YouTube, the selection of professional instructors should be enough for beginners to get started and be confident in those tools. They also seem to upload their tutorials and courses onto their YouTube channel as well, so if you would like to check that out, you can go and do that as well. Now we get to the question, should you get it? Well, if you are a video editor or a video creator who is still kind of early on in the career, I definitely recommend this site for the vast amount of stock assets and templates available for your videos and for those of your clients. Even if you're someone who's been making videos for a long time and have subscriptions to other sites, these assets and templates are great in a pinch, especially considering how much you get for the low price. Same thing goes for designers, bloggers, influencers, and other digital media professionals. It's excellent. Now, if you already have a subscription to other sites and don't have the budget right now for Envato, or you don't like the licensing terms, or you just don't like what you see on the website, then you should probably not purchase this and hold off on this subscription. But if you would like to find some free stock footage and photos, you can check out this video about Pexels Videos. It's a library full of stock footage and photos that you can use for your commercial projects, and it's completely free. I made an entire video about it explaining Pexels Videos, so you can go check out that video over there, and I will just see you over in that video. So just click on this video and I'll see you over there.